What's up, everybody? Tyler from Risk Life News here, back with another trade recap. And more today, I don't even want to necessarily break down specific trades. I just kind of want to recap the week. Started off strong and ended not ideally. And I just kind of want to get into it, talk about it, see what, dive into what I think what went wrong. So let's just start with Monday. Monday, Tuesday both went well. This was the price action that we had on Monday. I don't have the levels marked up here. I didn't want to go back and mark them up for each day, but just kind of a quick recap. We took longs as we were getting back up above the opening print. So we had a pretty good entry here. We were actually aiming for our target, which tagged up here. We ended up taking some profit on trims on this pop, and then we trailed our stop into profits, and we ended up getting stopped out. I had my original stop below the opening print, which was here, and then I ended up deciding to tighten that up. I mean, I'm getting stopped out $450 worth of profit. So small winning day, nothing to write home about. And then we had the action from Tuesday. Tuesday ended up being our bigger winning day on the week. We made it a little over $1,000 on live stream. I think about $1,100. We had a data move. I think we had PPI data, which gave us this initial big spike up here. And I originally tried a long entry. I'm on the 15-minute chart here, but I originally tried a long entry when we got back up above the opening print, and it ended up working out. But I did not take any profits. I was aiming for a spike above the data wick high. So as we rejected sharply, I ended up getting stopped out. So I started off the day red on the day, but then we were able to catch a long for about 140 points. I don't remember the exact price, but we caught a long 140 points here up into the data spike high. So Tuesday ended up working out well. Now Wednesday, this is where things started to take a turn for me. And for a couple reasons. When I look back on it, what I think happened was I started to trade basically from my gut, what I thought was going to happen, as opposed to reacting to price and actually trading the price, if you know what I mean. So we got the big trend move. We actually could have made a lot more than $1,000. We took our profit right around here. Market ended up moving another 110 points or so after that. So, which was fine, but after we had the big trending day, I did not expect us to just get essentially no pullback. We had a little consolidation on the overnight session and then just continue to trend strong up into new all-time highs. So the overnight action, I just basically from a gut feeling, thought we would sort of fade the trend day a little bit back into the range, and we would open up somewhere into the range here. And so I tried fading this overnight pop. I think I had a target down like into 900. So I wasn't aiming for a huge move. I just wanted down into 900. So I ended up taking a couple paper cuts on that trade and getting stopped out. So coming into the morning, I was already red on the day. And I tried timing the top a couple times. I actually think I took a short pre-market here thinking that we may just sell off. And so market opened and it immediately got stopped. And I didn't have any levels up here. Coming into Wednesday streaming, I did not like the setups at all, and this is what I need to learn from and do a better job of is I don't, just because I'm gonna stream, it doesn't necessarily mean I need to force trades. I think sometimes you feel like you have to. That's the tough part, making content as a content creator, as a trader, is rewarding. Obviously you can make extra income that way. I enjoy trying to help other people learn and pass on any knowledge that I can. All that is good and rewarding, but sometimes it forces you to try to trade and do things when you know you don't like the setups, but you force it anyway because you're there, you're on stream. And I think that factored into it a little bit today because I posted an Instagram story and I said, I don't even know what to do with this. Like, it's just nonstop, new all-time highs. I like to trade with the trend, but at this point we were super high, so I didn't want to necessarily try to time the top. I mean, I did try to time the top and got paper cut a bunch of times. And yeah, and I came out blasting. I took 15-minute. You don't see as many setups here. If we look on like a smaller time frame on the 5-minute, I think I tried a long back overneath the opening print and got stopped. I think I tried a long here and got stopped. I might even try a long here. I over traded significantly and made poor decisions. And so that was a red day. I blew a take profit trader test account. It was not my best work. Obviously, it's never fun to stack a bunch of losses and get a little tilty publicly, but got to show you the good and the bad. So then we had Thursday's price action. Now, Thursday, I ended the stream red on Thursday, but I ended the day green. I took a trade off stream that erased my losses. But Thursday, actually, I was up really nice on stream. I was up $1,100, but I was aiming for $1,500. So we had the data that came out negative. I think this was PPI. This was I forget what it was, but it was 0.2% worse than the expected data. I forget what sort of data we had here. So anyway, we had the data move down, and we kind of were bear flagging, but I ended up taking a long. I can't remember all the details of the trade, but I got long somewhere in here, and I caught this move up. I actually even added into it on the pullbacks here, caught this move up, and I was up $1,100 or so at the highs here. And I wanted a little more. I was aiming for previous all-time highs. So we had made those the day before, right? So I was aiming, you can't really see that because of my stupid face here. All right, so this was Wednesday. We had these highs. Thursday, I was in the long here, and I wanted to pop to these highs, and it would have given me my $1,500 target, my max win on the day. But I didn't take it. And so ultimately what I ended up doing, which is holding this trade and letting the entire move fade all the way back and stop me out for a loss, which was just really poor trade management. And this was one of the instances where I was trading a top step challenge, and it was a 50K challenge, so your profit target's 3K. When I trade profit firm challenges, I try to pass them as fast as I can. And so I was trying to aim for 1,500 so I could pass it. They have a 50% consistency rule. So I could pass it. And it was just poor management. And it was based off of, my trade management was based off of a dollar amount as opposed to what the chart was telling me. Should have trailed the stop, taken profits, remained at least up $500. Shouldn't have given up more than half of that profit. That being said, I was able to, after I hopped off a stream, I was able to then catch this long, erase my red day, and finish up $1,500 on the day, which was like, I had to size up. It was kind of reckless. It's like one of those things. It's like when you do something, like I could have easily blown my accounts. It was one of those situations where you just oversize and you get lucky, it works in your favor. Had it not, you blow the challenge account. So it's not like that was a good trade. I'm not trying to brag about it. I was, 59. It was like a kind of a YOLO, probably more out of frustration than anything. So, and then coming into today, to be honest with you, I was a little bit short biased based off of the fact that we couldn't get back to all-time highs. We sold off here. I keep doing this where it's behind the thing. We sold off here to end the day with kind of a an inverted hammer. Let's see what the daily looked like. Yeah, so the daily looks different whether you look at it with I think extended hours on or off. But so yeah, we had a new all-time high, put in the inverted hammer with the big wick, tried to go higher, couldn't get there, sold off lower. And so I was kind of bearish overnight in the overnight session. I actually I traded the Asia session, and I actually took this short here, and ended up getting stopped here. And then as the market pulled back into the opening print, this was our overnight opening print, which would have been this 5-minute candle right here, and we spiked below and got back above. I took longs here and ended up holding them, caught this move up. So coming into today, I was up $400 on this account. So I made $1,500 yesterday, and then I made $400 in the overnight session. And now let's put the levels back up, because the levels I have marked are actually for today. So this is what we had then coming into today. I'm up $400, so I'm up $1,900 on the Top Step account that I traded on the live. And to be honest with you, I kind of want to try one more stab at this. We'll see. See here if this can end up as our low in the day. But anyway, back to this trade review. So coming into today, we had this level is marked as a dotted line. This actually got invalidated. This level got invalidated at the end of the day, but it had seen some reactions throughout the overnight session that you can see. You can see that it got reactions here, got reactions here. You know, if you look along that dotted line, you know, reactions. It pretty much was our line of support during the overnight session the whole time. So maybe I should stop taking pre-market longs or pre-market trades, because they seem to hurt me. I took a pre-market long here, and obviously so that was my first loss, got stopped. And then the 5-minute, you can see this ugly inverted 5-minute hammer. I tried longs. We had the level at 857.75. I tried longs off that level. And the ultimate target today was up at 24,044. So I was aiming for 857. So that's, you know, almost 200 points, a little under 200 points of a target. And we'll look at the 2-minute. Well, probably about to eat a stop on that stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making bad decisions right now. All right, so this 2-minute, you can see we sold off into my level. We got the big 2-minute push. I didn't take that. It pulled back. We got the 2-minute push into the level again that we started to rally. And this is where I took my second long entry from the pre-market. So like I said, I was up from the original Asian session long. I was up $400. Had the you know 8:30 a.m. trade or whatever it was. Ate that stop. So now I'm up like $150. Took this trade, started to work, but I'm aiming. I wanted to see above opening print, above 928s and higher, but immediately failed. Got stopped on that. I think no, I didn't take. I wonder. I might have even tried another long off here. It was a lot of over trading, and it's like, oh, and then quickly I went from green to red, so I'm frustrated. Streaming, it's public in front of people. You want to get, you want to get back to green, and the level of rejection back below the low short, I considered. If you watch the live stream, I said, oh, I think this is a potential short entry, but I hesitated. Shorting is still not my best strength. For some reason, when I get stopped out long, it's like, oh, I'm okay with it. And I'm not mad that I'm not in the short. But when I get stopped out short, I'm mad that I'm not in the long. It's like this weird thing in my brain that I need to fix. And also just all-time highs I've been struggling with them. Normally I'm okay. The last times we've traded all-time highs, I've done okay, but this time around I've struggled a bit. These last like 2 or 3 weeks have been tough for me. And yeah, and then I tried a YM long. We can look at YM real quick, go over that. And the reason why is YM was showing a bunch of relative strength. It was the only index that gapped up. So YM overall has been a pretty strong looking chart. Yesterday, it it had the strong day on Wednesday, real strong trend day. Consolidated near the highs, sold off on the data, ended up rallying back towards the highs and actually closing at a new high on Thursday. And then in the overnight session, by far the strongest index, strong gap up, and we ended up getting then this move down and we filled the gap. So the trade thesis on this trade today, if I can get it in the right spot here, what did I do? Where did I go? All right. Sorry about that. All right, so the trade thesis on this day today, the started line was Thursday's high. We had sold off, rally had sold off, and I took this 2-minute. So we filled the gap on this 2-minute bar, filled the gap, got back up above Friday's high. And as we put in this kind of hammer, it didn't quite flip green. I got long right here with the stop under this low. And it quickly failed. It gave us another little try here, but failed, stopped me out. Came back in, rallied, stopped us out. So this was a trade where it was like NQ looked weak. I normally like to trade NQ. I prefer longs. I tried to take the relative strength name, and it didn't work out. So I took a couple NQ losses, took a YM loss, and then as I took the YM loss, I wanted to see NQ, this sell-off. I wanted to see this NQ sell-off come down into 733s, which we never got. And then we got this strong rally back up above the level. It gave us a little consolidation here. I tried going long at this level here. I was still in it. We pulled back, rally, pulled back in yesterday's low, got back above. I added into this long with size, and then ultimately got stopped. But it was like the last 3 days of this week, I was only on stream till 11 o'clock. And, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think I took from 9:30 to 11. We're only talking an hour and a half. I think I took 5 trades both days, at least all 3 days. I was like 5. So I was just, I don't know. A lot of the things I would do is I would say, hey, this is my plan. I want this to happen, and if this happens, I'm going to do this. And then instead of waiting for that to play out, I was taking impulsive decisions, kind of trying to predict that it was like, hey, this is my plan, but before my plan plays out, I'm going to take this trade. Maybe it's a better entry just because of a hunch or a gut feeling, or you know what I mean? And I think as a trader, you can do that when you're trading by yourself. But it seemed to be a little worse for me on stream, where it was just, I don't know if it was just wanting to catch a win in front of a couple of, it's not even like there's a lot of people watching. Everybody's watching, super cool. The conversations that, I keep open conversation with everyone on the stream. I like to answer questions and talk. And, I know the couple of the guys that join in, and we have good vibes. Everybody's good. So I don't know what I'm trying to prove. I don't have anything to prove. You know what I mean? So I'm disappointed in my execution, in my overtrading. And I guess what I'm most disappointed in is not like sticking to my plan. It's like, hey, this is my plan, and then I don't trade it. Which sometimes my plan has worked out, like had I waited for it, but sometimes it just hasn't. It's failed. So it's been overall, it's been an okay week. I blew a take profit trader account. I was up $1,900 on a top step account. My live top one account, I basically I got into some drawdown over the last 2 weeks, and so I didn't want the pressure of trading on stream. I've taken a couple overnight trades on that account this week, but I haven't wanted to trade the live account on stream just for like the added extra pressure of this being like my first full-time week streaming on my own page. But yeah, so that's trading. It's not always going to be good. It's not always going to be easy. I'm gonna journal this stuff up, and then next week we're gonna come back. We're gonna stream again, and the goal is gonna be to have a clear, decisive plan. Maybe even I'll put the plan and text up on the screen, and then stick to that plan and hold myself accountable to sticking to that plan. So that's the goal. We're gonna try to improve. We're gonna do what we gotta do, and hopefully you found some value in this. Maybe you had a tough week yourself. Hopefully it can just help you make you feel a little bit better. Like, hey, a lot of times on social media, what you see is everybody killing it. All they like to do is post the highlights and not talk about the bad. So hopefully, if you had a tough week, this can help you relate to someone who's publicly showing you that he started the week off good and ended up letting it turn into a tough week. So hope everybody enjoys their weekend. I hope you got some value out of this, and I look forward to doing it again next week. I had fun. Today's my 10-year anniversary, so I'm going to go spend some time with my wife. I love you all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back at it again next week. And do me a favor, leave a comment too. Let's get some engagement going. Let's get the subscribers up. Let's get we can get some more hype vibes for next week. All right, everybody. Peace out. I love you. Bye-bye.